welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into it. Today we have the RhinoShield SolidSuit with MagSafe for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Note that this case is available for other iPhones, but the ones with MagSafe are only available for the newer iPhones. And yeah, I got the plain black version, but you can get different designs. You can make your own design on the back. There are different colors. And you can also buy different camera rings and different buttons with different colors if you want to customize. But I didn't do that. I just got the plain black one. And yeah, it looks pretty promising. Even the box is pretty nice. So excited to get into it. Let's go. Let's open it together. All right, so here we have the case. And as you can tell, pretty nice box. There's a seal, but I have opened it before, so we just pop it open. And here we have the goods. So there's a little sticker, take that off. And just first impressions, how it feels in the hand. It feels lightweight. It doesn't feel too heavy, which is a very good plus point for me, considering I think that the Pro Max can be considered heavy to some people. So this is great. And it has a very soft feel to it, and it's pleasant to hold. So I do like that. It's a sort of rubbery, plasticky texture, but it's more towards rubber, I'd say. It instantly pop out of your hand, like, so that should be a plus right there. Now, in terms of the sides, the newer 14 Pros, the 12s, 13s, all of those phones have a square edge, as you can tell here, square edge, that's squared off. So here, it's cool that they have a little curve on the edges, so it doesn't feel like it's digging into your hand. So that does seem like a plus point here. Yeah, let's just pop in the phone now. We have the 14 Pro Max. We're gonna put it in with the volume side first. Put in the camera. Just make sure it's in all the way on all sides. It did feel, there was like a tactile feeling when you pushed it in, so that was very pleasant. You might ask, how's the grip on the case? Well, it's very smooth, and there are no ridges anywhere to add extra grip. There's the RhinoShield logo here, but it's not grippy. If your hands are dry, it could slip out. But if your hands are moist, it'll stay in your hand. But it also isn't as sticky or rough as a silicone case might be. So if you wanted to put this in your pocket, it should come out and in very easily. Now, in terms of the fit of the case, it's a very good fit. Like, for example, I'm trying to pull right here, and it's not giving much leeway, which is good to know, because if you drop the phone, you don't want your case flying off. So that is a good plus point. And the buttons fit right where they should be, because they're clicking all the way in. So that is a very good thing to see. In terms of the case fit, on the top, we do have this removable camera ring, and they have different colors you can buy. Let's see if you can take it off. Oh, it just kind of comes off pretty easily, actually. Ideally, that doesn't mean it'll pop off too easily if you drop the phone, but let's see if it goes back in pretty easily. Oh, it does snap in, so that is comforting to know. And yeah, there is a good lip around that camera, so nothing to bother you there. So yeah, fit is pretty good. Yeah, feels good on the case. Very rigid. In terms of weight, this case is 43 grams, which I would say is a good medium weight case. I don't feel like it's really heavy. You can compare that to the Apple leather case, which is 30 grams, so that's on the lighter end, where there's the Speck Presidio Grip 2, which is 47 grams. That's a little bit on the higher end, but I don't think that's really heavy either. It's a little bit heavier, but not to the point where I would say it's a heavy case. It feels like a happy medium. On the RhinoShield website, it does say the average weight of their cases is 30 grams, so if you have a smaller phone, it's probably going to be a little lighter, so that is a plus. Overall, I put my heavy threshold of cases at 50 grams. If it's heavier than 50, I'd say that's a heavy that's a very heavy case. So I personally like lighter cases. So here we have a pretty heavy phone already, so with the Pro Max. So we don't want to be too heavy after that, but this feels fine. In terms of thinness, I'd say this is pretty thin. It's just slightly thicker than the Apple leather case, so that's not bad at all. And it doesn't feel too chunky either, especially considering this is the Pro Max, which is already a bigger phone. So that is something to note. Apparently with the case fit, the previous versions before the 14 series, they were very tight, almost to the point where it's a difficulty to get the phone case off. So let's see if that's the case here. Let's see. A little bit. Oh, actually not bad. You can take it off pretty easily. Yeah, not bad at all. There we go. Let's do a button clicky test. Right here we have that on button. Very clicky. This feels great. No issues there. Let's see if it's the same on the volume buttons. Yep, same. You can hear it too. Very nice and clicky. Now with cutouts, we have the cutout here, and there's ample space to get in. So that is nice. And then we have a cutout for a lanyard right there. So that is also nice. I don't use one, but that is a nice have. Now here, if this bugs you, it's not even. You see here, all of the holes are open, but they made this cutout for this side the same, even though there aren't holes for the speaker or microphone on this side. So that is something to note, but ample space for putting in your charger. There's also a good amount of space to show the speaker. It is exposed completely there, so that's nice. With the rock test, here we do the rock test. There's a little bit of rock, but not too much. Now, with the front protection, there is a great amount of lip on this front, so you can definitely feel comfortable putting it down, even with a screen protector on, so that is very nice. And it doesn't skid around, well, actually, it does skid around a little bit. It's not like a leather case, which is gonna just stay in one place, but it's not like a completely plastic case that will just like slide very easily if you were to bump it. So that is something to note right there. There is MagSafe on this. I don't have any MagSafe accessories to latch it to, but that is a nice to have. Here is the RhinoShield in comparison to the Speck Presidio Grip 2. And equal thickness, I would say. Same from the top. The Speck has slightly more lip, but not by much. Very clicky, both equally clicky. Yep, very nice. They both feel pretty good. In terms of the grip, this one has the win because there's the grip on the sides that are very nice. But other than that, very similar feeling. They're both equally slidey. Maybe this one's a little more slidey, the RhinoShield, but this one's also more slidey on this side too, the RhinoShield. Yeah. Now we also have the Apple leather case right here, green, to compare it to. And this one you can walk into an Apple store. So if you've felt this, you can kind of imagine what this is going to feel like if you compare right here. The Apple leather case is slightly thinner, just slightly. And there's a slightly bigger camera bump maybe on the RhinoShield, but not by much. Both are equally clicky. Note here that there's a cutout that, note here that the Apple leather case has a cutout that matches the amount of holes on that side, whereas this one is just big. RhinoShield is slightly wider, but not by much. Very sturdy feeling case right here with the RhinoShield. they did well. So let's get to case features. On the website, the RhinoShield company notes that this case was independently tested and meets the US FDA food standards, and also contains no BPA, BPS, and BPF, which are all bisphenol chemicals. These chemicals are commonly found in plastics and have been linked to possible issues in development in young children and as well as reproductive toxicity. So you can relax a little bit easier knowing that those three chemicals are not in your phone case, especially if you have kids holding your phone. In terms of smudging, let's see if there are any smudges. Well, if there's sweat, the sweat definitely lingers, but there you go. You can see a little bit, but if you're looking at it straight on, you can't tell too heavily that there are smudges, but there's some slight smudging. Look at that. You can see, a little bit right there, but it's nothing to throw me off or anything. So I got this on sale for $38.51, and you can get that price if you buy with Amazon Prime, but the full price on the website and on Amazon, if you don't have Amazon Prime, is $44.99 if you're getting it with the MagSafe. But if you're getting it without the MagSafe, it is $29 and $25 if you have Prime. So around $45 for the MagSafe version of the case. There are definitely cheaper protective cases out there, so that is something to consider. Now, if you don't want the MagSafe, it's only $25, so that's not bad at all. Then you can definitely go for it. I would say that's comparable to some other protective and cheap cases. So yeah, that's the review. Feel free to leave any comments below. I'd love to talk about it. If you're thinking about the case or if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below as well. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.